Hey everyone, and thanks for jumping back into the cryptoverse. Today, we're going to talk about MATIC. It has been on an incredible run over the last several months, so we're going to be providing a general market update. If you guys like the content, make sure you subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up, and also check out the Telegram channel, which you can find a link to in the description below. Let's go ahead and jump in. So I believe we've talked about MATIC a couple times on the channel. I do primarily talk about it on the premium list. But it is a coin that I do think is worth following, and we will cover it from time to time on the public channel. But as you guys know, we primarily cover Bitcoin and Ethereum, and then we sprinkle some altcoin coverage in there as well. But MATIC is now trading for about $2.40. But it wasn't that long ago when we were trading for $1, just a few weeks ago or so. And so it has been doing especially well recently, right? And notably, it is approaching the prior all-time high of approximately 275 or so. Okay, so clearly we know that in order for us to really have a sustained breakout, we'd like to see Bitcoin ideally get back above the bull market support band. That would be the best case scenario for MATIC, is that Bitcoin can get back above those levels. Right now, Bitcoin is below the level and MATIC is still rallying, so who am I to say that it can't rally above it? But in order to have the best market conditions, we would like to see Bitcoin get back above, back to 53K or so would actually be quite ideal, and would set MATIC up for a pretty ideal, an ideal situation. So with that said, we do like to be critical of our altcoins, all right? And I've said that before, and you always have to take a look before you buy any altcoin. I don't provide financial advice, of course, but before you buy any altcoin, you have to look. Does it bleed against Bitcoin or Ethereum over the macro scale? If it does, then who's getting out of bed for it, right? No one's going to get out of bed for that. But if it at least oscillates against Bitcoin and Ethereum, then you can consider it, in my opinion. And if it goes up against them, then that's great, because you are taking on more risk to go with an altcoin, to have part of your portfolio in an altcoin. So therefore, you would expect a higher return. And you can see that the MATIC Bitcoin valuation looks pretty good. Since say January, if we take a measure move since January, let's just take it from the bottom of the candle, MATIC is up about 8,000% against Bitcoin. Not against the US dollar, right? Against Bitcoin, and Bitcoin also went up a lot since January. So pretty impressive rally by MATIC. Now the true test, as we all know, is what does it do against Ethereum? What if it bleeds against Ethereum? Does it bleed? Not really. This is a pretty nice trend here. And you can see that most recently, it started to break out again. And we talked about this some on the last video that we did on MATIC a few weeks ago, or a couple months ago, I believe. But that it does appear to be, holding support at these levels. It's back above the bull market support band. And it's also approaching the prior all-time high in terms of the MATIC Ether valuation. In order to get there, it would need to climb another 61 or 62% for a constant valuation of Ethereum. That would actually take the valuation of MATIC up to over $3.50 or so. Okay, so right now it's trading at $2.40. I think the last time we covered it on this channel, it was in the $1 to $2 range. It's been having a pretty great run. Some other indicators we could look at are, maybe the short-term bubble risk to see where it is there. You can see that it had a crazy run earlier this year. Right now, it is getting slightly risky, but that is to be expected considering it just bounced off the 20-week SMA by approximately 60% or so. So this is certainly one we want to cover, especially considering that it looks like it's breaking out against Bitcoin after holding support for a while. Looks like it's breaking out some against Ethereum after holding support for a while. The main downside risk, again, with all altcoins, is if Bitcoin gets rejected on its try to overcome the bull market support band. So if that happens, if it gets rejected and it comes back down, then there is a higher probability that most altcoins would bleed against the US dollar and against Bitcoin and even against Ethereum. So that's the main downside risk that you have to contend with. But as I've said before, MATIC, I do think it is a good project, and will probably continue to trend up for the duration of the cycle and move up a few more ranks in the current, market capitalization rankings of a lot of different altcoins. All right, so I do own MATIC, and we will continue to follow it on the channel and see if it is able to, in fact, break out against the US dollar, against Bitcoin and Ethereum. It's approaching them, but we're not quite there yet. I think in order for it to do it, we want to make sure Bitcoin can get back above the bull market support band, or at least not have some type of further capitulation down. Okay. If you guys like the content, make sure you subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up, and remember to click the bell icon to turn on notifications. We also do have the premium list at intothecryptoverse.com, where we talk a lot more about altcoins on a more regular basis. Thank you guys for tuning in. Subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.